everybody, Bug Eater back with another video, and welcome to the marble spot. So the scenery has changed quite a bit since the last time I was out here. The pit is now absolutely massive, and I'm on to my first sifter that produced for me. I got a Model T ignition plate cover. But then I'm gonna go ahead and walk you over to where I'm storing the finds, because Terry left behind a little surprise for me. Check out all that silverware. Looks like we got some spoons, fork, and then there's a knife underneath there. But thank you so much, Terry, for leaving that behind. You know how much I love my silverware, but let's see if we get something else. So it's been a little bit slow going so far, but I just pulled up this little button out of the sifter. I'm not sure if it's shell or plastic, maybe even metal. It's really corroded away, whatever it is, but it's still a cool find. I'll take it. Let's see if we get something else. So I was actually about to dump this sifter full, and then that thing rolled down. That's definitely a marble, and that is a very, very weathered one. Huh. Wait a second. I think I know what this is going to be, and if it is, that is going to be a huge bucket lister for me. I'm going to go ahead and get this cleaned up. I'm just going to call it now. I think this is going to be a German handmade marble. But I'm going to go ahead and clean this up, and I'll loop you back in. So it's going to be tough to see, but that right there is a pontil. And you can sort of see the strands on the inside. That is going to be my first ever German handmade marble. These are about the oldest glass marbles you can get, as these date back to the late 1800s, around the turn of the century. But that is an absolutely incredible find. As far as non-metal relics go, that was probably at the top of my bucket list. So I will certainly take it. Let's see if we get something else. Well, I didn't even have to try for that one. That right there is going to be a marble. Probably a game marble based on the looks of it, because it's just a solid blue. Yeah, just a solid blue one, but it's still a marble. I'll give that a pinch rub to see if we got any sort of detail, and we do not, but I will certainly take it. Let's see if we get something else. Well, looks like the easy thing is going to continue. I haven't even put in the effort to sift this tray full. We got us another marble. This one looks to be an opaque with a green patch of some sort. I'll go ahead and clean this one off a little bit better. See if I can get you a little bit more detail. And when I get this out of my shirt and get an ID for you, I will throw that up, because I am not sure what this is off the top of my head, but it's a nice looking marble. I'll take it. Let's see if we get something else. Well, it's heating up now. Just pulled up this spoon. It's a little bit bent and goes back into shape good as new. See what we got for some fancy on it. It's going to be a real tough one. This is probably going to need the good old CLR treatment, but that is definitely a spoon, so I will certainly take it. Let's see if we get something else. So looks like we're going to have another one in situ right there. Definitely a glass one again. And it looks like it's going to have some sort of design on it. Let's see if we get anything off it. It looks like another green one. I'll go ahead and clean this up with the shirt and get you a better look at it. And there it is, all cleaned up. Again, not sure on the ID of this one. It's been a tough day for IDs, but as always, when I get one, I'll throw it up, but I will take a marble. Let's see if we get something else. So my last couple sifters full have been pretty cold, but again, just digging. I got another marble. This one appears to be possibly just a game marble. Actually, I think I see some color coming through. I'll go ahead and clean this up a little bit better, and maybe we'll be able to get you an ID. If that'll focus, of course. Oh, it's a purple one. That is really cool. And I can already tell you it's some sort of alley swirl. Probably just a very light coloring, but that is a really nice looking marble, so I will take it. Let's see if we get something else. So something round just rolled out, and actually, that's a shank. I think I may actually have a bucket lister here, if this is what I think it is. Hopefully I'll flip this over and it'll be a great seal, because it's still got some cloth on it. And it looks like that's exactly what we have, is a great seal button. That is awesome. I'm going to go ahead and clean this up a little bit off camera to get you some detail, but based on what we found from the site, I would guess probably an old World War I uniform that got thrown out. But I'll loop you back in when this is all cleaned up. So here it is, all cleaned up. My first ever great seal button, what I'm assuming is World War I. And if there is any sort of identifier, I'll throw it up for you, but that is an awesome find, so I will certainly take it. The back is still a little bit crusty. That was kind of tough to clean, so I may need to soak this one in some CLR. But I am absolutely thrilled with this, so let's see if we get something else. So the last sifterful was pretty productive. I got this little 4-hole shell button. It's definitely got some age to it. But the cooler find from that sifterful, boom. The curse of the bucket lister. I went, almost 3 years without finding a great seal button until today. Now I've got a coat button and a cuff button. So I am absolutely thrilled with that one. This one's got a something New York back mark. It was also attached to a little bit of the cloth. But in the pouch those will go. Let's see if we get something else. So it's looking like we're on to another marble. Not sure what this one's going to be. Maybe just a cleary. Or possibly some sort of brushed patch. We'll see. Yeah, looks like we got a brushed patch of some sort. Most likely a master based on the pattern. But that is a really good find. I'll take it. Let's see if we get something else. Well, it has gotten a little bit slow for the past hour or so. But I did just pull up this button here. It's a 2-hole. And the one side's got a really fancy pattern on it. But it's a cool find. I'll take it. Let's see if we get something else. So this one was just tossed right in. That's going to be my first clay marble of the day. So that's probably late 1800s or so, but I will take a clay. Let's see if we get something else. We got another something in the sifter. This one is going to be another clay marble. And this one's a little bit lighter color, but that came out really, really clean, but I'll take it. Let's see if we get something else. Looks like we got another marble down in the sifter. This one looks like it's a pretty fancy one. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's definitely going to be a Peltier Rainbow. Really nice black and white one too. I'm going to get this all cleaned up and I'll loop you back in. So here's that beautiful Peltier Rainbow all cleaned up. It is black and white. It's got a really nice swirl pattern to it. But as I was getting that cleaned off, look what else I spotted down in the sifter. That's going to be another clay marble. So that is number 3 for me today. But hopefully there's something else in there. Let's see if we get something else. So I got onto one last sifterful before I got to head out, and it was a pretty good one. I got 3 buttons. The first one is this oak brand, and the back has got beat up shank mark. And also got a 4-hole, probably a bone, and then this really fancy plastic one. And then here's the other sides of those, but I'll take them. Let's see if we get something else. Hey everybody, Bug Eater back with another wrap up from my hunt at the dump. So the marble spot has been dug out quite a bit, as you could see in the video. We have got quite the pit going. But here's my take from that hunt. I got this spoon here. It's a big serving spoon. I also got this cobalt blue vial that I'm thinking held some sort of perfume at some point. I got the ignition plate cover for Ford Model T, and then this compact lid, which has Glazo. And that would have actually been for a nail polish remover. I also got this super pretty stone. I don't know if it's natural or what it came off of, but it was cool enough to take home. Then onto the buttons, I got a bunch of 2- and 4-hole ones. I got a metal one, a shell 4-hole, a bone 4-hole, and then 2 really fancy bake lights. I got this really crusty oak brand, probably an overalls button. And then these 2 here, they're shank buttons, and they got back marks that are a little bit tough to read, but if I flip them over, they're both great seal buttons, probably from World War I. And we're thinking there was a whole jacket dropped in the dump at some point. And then I did get 1 coin. It's a really crusty wheat penny. You're not going to see a date, but it was a 1945. There's the back of it. Now, onto the marbles. I got 3 clays, an opaque blue one. I got an acro patch, a pair of alley swirls. I got a green and a pink one. Got a master brushed patch and this really pretty Peltier Rainbow. And then my bucket list marble for today was this one here, and I'll get that to the light so you can see it, but it is a German handmade marble. It's got pont holes from where the glass was sheared off, and you can kind of see the strands in there, but that dates back to the late 1800s, so I'm super thrilled with that one. But that was my hunt, guys. Thanks again for coming along. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe, and this is Bug Eater, signing out.